so the other big argument is actually using a combination of media is often more powerful, not and give you a better ROI if you use a particular combination. And Les Binnett and Peter Field have done a lot of work on this, showing that a combination of what they called brand, do they call it brand development or brand building? Anyway, it's the same concept, advertising.
I think brand building, yeah.
We use the phrase brand building, yeah. People use them synonymously, really.
Yeah.
Brand building advertising in conjunction with what they call brand activation or sales activation, or brand activation. You also use synonymously. Advertising is highly effective, and their average ratio, the most effective ratio, they talk about 60-40. 60 to brand building. It is only an average, but it just shows you need a whole lot of both, and that can be highly effective, because brand development is more about more where you can tell a story, where you've got 9 seconds or even like 14 seconds, if you're in the case of a 30-second TV ad, to develop strong, long-lasting, powerful memories, positive memories that can last for years, actually. And don't have to be close to the moment when you make a decision. They can be months or years before, if it's powerful enough, combined with some maybe cheaper per view sometimes, although not always with the price of digital these days, but the ones that you can serve more addressably and closer to the moment or the place of purchase.
Yeah, I love that. And what's interesting about that, like I see it for a lot of smaller brands. They have they put all their money on the attackers that are close to the goal, trying to keep score, but they're not focusing on getting the ball towards the end zone, which is, I think, a big problem. But of course, as you said, it's also a budget thing. But the fact that you said even investing in those more awareness phases can actually be more cost effective than just standing there and hoping the ball will come closer.
Exactly. Precisely the analogy. If you have, I'm so old. If you have Michael Owen standing near the net, if you could update the analogy for me, I would really appreciate it. Give me some names of some. Anyway, right by the net. If you haven't got your David Beckham in the midfield to serve you the balls, or your Steven Gerrard, you're not going to do very well.
Exactly. You need Romelu Lukaku, which is the Belgium, and then you need Eden Hazard somewhere in the middle, brand building.
I will use those names in future. Thank you. Thank you very much.
The Belgium soccer players are always the best to use, right?
Okay, fine. I'll use Belgium.
No, but I mean, this is a very important dynamic. And I think what most people in branding see as ugly marketing or sales is very often that last part, what we call activation, which I don't like. I like the fact that it's in tandem. It's not that you can just say, well, we don't need to do activation, we can just build emotional branding. It's not like that. Both elements are very important.
Yeah, exactly. It's not one or the other. Definitely not. It's always both.
Yeah, and what I think also is interesting, I mean, powerful in this metaphor is that the activation part is closer to the goal. Really, when a buyer is in the vicinity of buying, then you need to activate him. But when he's further away, when he's not even thinking about buying, which means he's not in the market yet for your product, then you should be brand building. And I think that's a very good way of thinking about it.
Yeah, that's exactly the intent. Yeah, cool.
Love that.